I'm here today because I'm very pleased to be part of this delegation giving in a petition to Downing Street. It's opposing this bill which is going through Parliament, which will stop people from being able to protest effectively and to implement BDS. We know that boycott, divestment and sanction against Israel over the question of Palestinians is very popular in this country. The government has lost the argument and now it's trying to force through this bill to restrict our protests and our ability to protest. I protested against apartheid South Africa. I'm very happy to be here again protesting about the apartheid state in Israel.
من أخطر ما تقوم به حكومة بوريس جونسون حاليا هي محاولتها تجريم دعوات مقاطعة بضائع الاحتلال. الأراضي الفلسطينية المحتلة ما زالت بالنسبة للقانون وبالنسبة لبريطانيا أراضي محتلة، ولذلك بضائع المستوطنات يجب أن توسم بأنها بضائع مستوطنات ويجب أن تقاطع. الآن حكومة بوريس جونسون وبحكم علاقتها القوية جدا مع إسرائيل تريد أن تمنع المواطن البريطاني من إبداء رأيه ومطالبة بحقه بمقاطعة بضائع الاحتلال، وهذه سابقة غير منطقية وغير محودة في عالم حقوق الإنسان وفي الحريات. الأصل أننا نتقدم بالحريات، لكن من يلاحظ أنهم يتراجعون في هذا الملف، يرسلون اللاجئين إلى رواندا، يمنعون الناس من الحق في التعبير، يعتبرون أي شيء مناهض للاحتلال وكأنه معادي للسلمية، وهذا خطير جدا. فإحنا اليوم سلمنا عريضة وقع عليها الآلاف وما زال التوقيع قائم لبوريس جونسون وحكومته لإيقاف هذا الأمر والاحتجاج عليه ومنع تمريره كمشروع قانون في البرلمان، لأنهم يحضرون لتمريره كقانون في البرلمان بشهر 9 القادم.
And we're here today handing in a petition which is calling on the government to scrap its anti-BDS bill. This bill proposes to criminalise the right of public bodies to practice boycotts and divestments from companies and governments complicit in Israeli apartheid. And we're here today to say to the government to scrap this bill and protect the right of public bodies to practice BDS. So thousands of people have signed our petition for the Prime Minister, for Boris Johnson, to let him know how we feel about this legislation and really to put pressure on the government to scrap this.
I'm down here with the Friends of Al-Aqsa who organised the petition to show the absolute horror which so many of us feel by the government's plans to make it illegal for local authorities and other groups to practice the democratic right of boycott, divestment and the call for sanctions. The message to Boris Johnson is that we have to protect the right to boycott. It's essential to protect the right to boycott. It's a hard-won freedom, and as the government looks to tackle lots of civil liberties and to limit civil liberties, it's vital that we keep on fighting to maintain our right for things such as the right to boycott.
Today we're here to hand in the petition. We just handed in the petition at 10 Downing Street, the anti-BDS petition. Thousands of people signed this petition. It's our first step towards really everyone standing against this bill, which will stop public bodies from enacting their right, make ethical choices to boycott, to boycott Israel, as opposed to the anti-BDS bill, which unfortunately is the first step. It's the first step to criminalising BDS, and that's why it's so important. It's not actually about just this step here. This is really the overall picture which we're seeing. This week we've seen with the policing bill coming into an act, which means that if a protest is too loud, it's too noisy, or it's been disruptive, they can close that protest down.
I do understand why we have to make it quick.
Let's protect the right to boycott.